Hello everyone. How's everybody to do today? Well, welcome to the Dirt Road Farmer. And yes, we are into grapes today. Now, the problem being is the mulcher that is made supposedly to go up and down these grapevine rows is small, which means you have to do it twice. You've got to go down each row twice with the mulcher that is made for this project. So, with that being said, I went back, and this one is wider, but it's just almost too wide. However, as you can see, we are getting the whole underneath the vines and everything with this with one swipe. I think there's still quite a bit of work to do on this Grape Vineyard stuff. Surely you don't have to go up and down these rows 2 times. That's just, with the regular one. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. So I don't know. This just don't seem right. But anyway, that's kind of what we're left with. If we don't use this wider one, it doesn't get in underneath the vines. It don't get the weeds under there. I don't know. We're learning. This is the first time in my life that I've ever done grapes. I've never taken care of a vineyard at all. But as you can see, this mulcher is getting in underneath the vines. It's getting all the weeds. And I think that's what you want. But it's just too wide. It's really not made for this. Excuse me. But we're doing the best that we can. I don't know. I think after we get this field done, we will, or this vineyard, this I guess you'd call it a vineyard. When we get this one done, we'll get out and we'll check and see what it says. And maybe we will run the cultivator down through here, because that's what you're supposed to do. And then you're supposed to fertilize. So, excuse me, we will do that, and we'll see what it tells us. It might be just one of them FS22 things that you don't have to get the weeds out from underneath the vines. To me, it looks better, and still yet I'm not getting all the weeds. I think by mulching this, it is a form of fertilizer. So we're just going to have to see. Like I said, I don't know. So, with that being said, when we get this done, And we're going to get out. Right now we're going to get out and we're going to walk onto here and find out what it says. Alright, it says right now that we got grapes growing, 75% yield bonus, 50% fertilized. Alright, let's do this. Let's take this mulcher back down and let's grab the cultivator and let's cultivate a little bit and see where we're at, see what that does to it. I don't know. Like I said, it just don't seem right to me. But the one that's actually made part is small. So we're going to pick up this cultivator and we're going to see what that does for us. All right. Let's go back up here. We'll find out real quick. Boy, we've got a lot of grapes to do. But I want to find out before I go through and do everything, do all of them. I want to find out where we're headed. What's actually going on here. All right. So let's drop this. All right, and let's see what's happening here. All right, looks like we're roughing the ground up a little bit. Again, I think, well, we'll see. Like I say, it may not be totally that important to get all the weeds out from underneath the vines. In real life, I would think it would be important to do that, but we're talking farm sim here, so I don't know. But anyway, we are soon going to find out. We'll do a couple of rows and we'll find out. All right, well, let's go down through here and see what. See, this is what I was experiencing with mulching, with the mulcher that's actually made for this. Now, like I said, it may not be totally all that important to get all the weeds. Maybe this is what they're wanting you to do. I don't know. But we'll do a couple of rows here, and we'll definitely find out. We'll see if it changes our fertilizer state, see if it changes anything. It may not change well, I just don't know. I'm just talking out of turn because I'm learning as much as everybody else is or anybody else is. So we'll do a couple rows and then we'll jump out here. And we'll find out if that did anything for us whatsoever. But I think I'm doing everything the way that I'm supposed to. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna do a couple more rows here, and then I'll get back with you. We'll walk onto the field and we'll find out what we did. All right, we'll walk onto the field and see what this did for us. And right now, what I'm looking at, it hasn't done anything for us. We're still 75% yield bonus, still 50% fertilized. Well, the only thing that I know to do is we'll go ahead and we will do this patch, or these grapevines here, and then we will come back through with fertilizer and we'll fertilize this and find out what that does for us. I don't know. Maybe we waited too long, but this looks like the first growth stage. So we'll find out here. But anyway, we'll go ahead and cultivate the rest of this field, and then I'll get back with you. All right, we're working on getting this field done. We've got this row, and then we'll run on the outside of the row, and then we will go get some fertilizer and we'll fertilize it, see what that does for us. And I may have to wait until the next growth stage, but then I think we have to put a herbicide on. So we'll see. But hopefully the yield bonus will come up after we put the fertilizer on, because it hasn't done anything yet. So we will find out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. So only time will tell. But we'll get this row done, and we'll get a couple of rows fertilized and find out what that's going to do for us. So whenever I get this done, I'll get the fertilizer and I'll meet you back here at the field. All right, we've got the sprayer and we've got fertilizer in it. So let's see what happens here. All right, let's see. Back up here a little bit. And let's turn our sprayer on. All right, we are fertilizing. Boy, oh boy. Looks like we're going to be able to, yeah, well, it looks like we'll be able to skip a row, because this is fertilizing 2 rows. So, yeah. So we can skip a row and come back, and then we'll, that ain't bad. That's pretty good. All right, so let's shut our sprayer off. We want to skip that row and come back in the next row. Yeah, just like this. All right. So we'll fertilize this. And then I think before we go any farther, I think we'll just stop, get on the field, and see what it's done for us. So I don't know. The fertilizer sure ain't going down very fast, I can tell you that. And I'm hoping it's using it. We've come down 1%, and that may not be so bad. That's good. All right. Now we're going to skip a row. And head down this one. But before we go anywhere, we're going to jump out and we're going to see what we've done. Well, all right, we're up to fertilized 90%. 90%. Really? What's it going to take to get 100%? This was 86%. 92% yield bonus. Well, maybe after we spray herbicide. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and fertilize the rest of this field, and then we'll see about the herbicide. All right. We've got it fertilized. Now, everything that we have done so far is, first of all, our field, before we planted any grapes, before we put the grapevines in, it had 50% fertilizer on it, because that's the way we left the field, 50% fertilized. We put the grapes on, and then we waited for the first stage of growth, which is what it looks like, but it might be the second stage, I'm not sure. Then we came in, we mulched, and then we cultivated, and then we've sprayed fertilizer on the grapevines. And this is where we're at, plus 92% yield bonus and 86% fertilized. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the fields caught up this far, and maybe wait for one more growth stage and come in and fertilize again, see if that does anything. If not, then maybe I need to get the school books back out and go back to school and learn how to take care of grapes. So, but I think that's what we're going to do right now. So I'll see you when we get the mulcher hooked up. All right. I decided that we would use the smaller mulcher. Mainly because nothing we did, I mean, by using the bigger mulcher, it did not make any difference at all in what our yield is going to be or anything like that. It didn't make any difference. So by using this smaller mulcher, we can get on down the field. We're not hanging up on the post, on the vine post, and when we get this done, then we'll go through with the cultivator and cultivate it. And I think the end result is going to be the same. I do think that because this field was at 50% fertilizer whenever we planted, I think that's why we're not seeing the fertilizer state coming up on what we're doing here. Because mulching and then cultivating, you cultivate that in, it should bring your fertilizer state up. I don't know. Like I said, I may have to go back to school on this one. But we'll do the best that we can on these. We've got them growing. And maybe we'll learn for next time. Next year, you know. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I'll go ahead and finish this up and then we'll start cultivating. Alright, we've got that mulched. And like I said, instead of using the bigger mulcher, we used the smaller one. And we're going to see if that makes any difference at all, because it's extremely hard to use the larger one. It's not made for that. It keeps hanging up on the post. So we're going to see if, first of all, if it makes any difference at all. I really don't think it's going to make any difference. But we'll find out. So for right now, we're going to go up and we're going to cultivate them rows. And then we'll put fertilizer on it. And that'll be 2 of them down. So anyway, we'll just get on with it. All right, well, we are on our last row of cultivating this field. I don't know. We're just going to keep on doing what we've been doing. We're going to plant it or fertilize it when we get done here. It's not making any difference as far as the way we mulched it. So anyway, we'll get this field finished up here, and then we'll go ahead and get the fertilizer and get it fertilized. Then the only thing that I know of is we'll have to wait for the next growth stage to get it up to 100%. I don't know. So anyway, I'm learning about all these grapes. And then too, maybe we caught it too late. It may be that we'll have to wait until the next round before we can catch it right. I just don't know. But anyway, I will read up on this and see if there's anything that we're missing. Because, you know, we want to do it right. And naturally we want 100% yield. I mean, we want all we can get. If we're going through the motions, and we're using the fuel and labor and all of that, of course we want all we can get out of it. So like I say, we'll see how this pans out, and I will read up on it some more. But as far as I can tell right now, we may just have to wait until the next growth stage and try to try to fertilize it again. I do have weeds turned off because weeds are just a pain. So, and with all the extra steps that we have added into getting a field harvested as it is, yeah, I've got weeds turned off because I don't need any more to do just to get a harvest out of a field. So I don't know if that's going to affect these grapes. I don't know if we're going to have to use the herbicide. We will just cross that bridge when we get to it. So, all right, we skipped that one. We'll go to this one. All right. But anyway, we're going to get this fertilized, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right. Well, we're about to get this field fertilized. We've got one more pass to go. And when we get this done, we'll get out, we'll look at the field, see what changes has been made, if any. And like I was saying before, I may have to go back to school on this one. But and then too, it may work itself out. It may be self-explanatory. I've had that happen before too. But I think we're going to call this a video. If you've liked this content, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like. If you'd like to keep following me and see some more of this content, hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever I post new content. So as for me, the Dirt Road Farmer, I think we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.